X-Men. I finished up the first season. And I've just been running through the second season. This show's real fun. But also, I'm trying to get X-Men 97 because people don't know how not to spoil. And it's like, I can't be too
Right.
mad because I get it. But at the same time, it's like, please, I beg of you. I just want to open Twitter and not see Madeline Pryor everywhere. I didn't want to know she was in it. But now I know. And it's like, I damn near ruined my Twitter timeline because I did a thing where I clicked like show fewer posts on like people that I follow. So now people whose
Mm,
posts I enjoy to see, I just don't see as much anymore because I'm like, you guys
right.
keep spoiling the show. Stop it. Now my timeline sucks because I
Yeah.
have limited the amount of posts I see from you guys.
Right.
I'm too busy watching X Men, and I'm having a good time. The last episode actually was the Alpha Flight episode where
Ooh.
X Men goes back to Canada, and his friends and his old team try to kidnap him, and it was real good. And it's so funny. They've done this several times where Jean will be on Cerebro, and she'll sense that someone's in trouble, and Cyclops is, Jean, are you okay? What's happening? And then she's like, Wolverine's in trouble. And Cyclops is like, can you pinpoint him? Do you know where he is? And she goes, nah, son, we just gotta let go and let God. I can't find this man.
Uh,
And
uh,
I'm just like, what was the point of that? In my mind, I'm like, was it just so that the voice actors got paid for that episode? Because they just didn't need to be here. You could have just kept the episode on Wolverine for all of that. You didn't need to cut to the X Men in the mansion and them just going, well, Wolverine is just gonna have to fend for himself. Like, what
it's
was
like,
the
well,
point
we're
of
in
that?
trouble. I'm like, aren't we going to do something about that?
Yeah, so I was just like, and in the background, just Storm is just like, I guess we just gonna have to figure it out.
Damn, that's crazy.
Exactly. Everybody's like, damn, that's crazy. And they just go back about their day like they didn't just find out their friend might die. And I
Insanity.
think the episode before that, Wolverine was hunting down Morph, and I was like, this is also. I underestimated Morph. I'm not gonna lie. When Morph first showed
Hmm.
up, I was like, this man, all he can do is just turn into people. What are you gonna do with that? And then he turned into Sabretooth and beat Wolverine's ass. And I was like, oh, that's what he can do.
Oh.
Okay, and he could turn into
Yeah.
animals, so he's like a better Beast Boy. Okay, never mind.
Mhm.
He's great. Morph is great. He can do a lot more than I thought he could with those powers.
Yep.
I didn't realize he could shapeshift into like stuff like that. I was like, okay, he's cool. See, he turned into a wolf, and I was like, all right, I like Morph now.
You're cool in my book.
But yeah, and I looked up like, can Mystique do that as well? Because I've never seen her turn into an animal, but apparently she can,
I don't.
which makes sense.
She can.
Yes,
Interesting.
it, she doesn't really do it often, but I guess she
Mm.
does. Um, I also learned that Mystique is Rogue's adopted mother, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I always knew Rogue started off as a villain, and that she stole Captain Marvel's powers, and that's her claim to fame.
Hmm.
And that's why in the show her she has super strength and can fly because in the comics she stole Captain Marvel's powers, and
Right.
her powers is that she has super strength and can fly.
Right.
um, so yeah, that's interesting. Which basically means that her and um, Nightcrawler are siblings technically, step siblings,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
that is never brought up in the comics. But it is brought up in the X-Men Evolution show. It is a
Mm.
big story arc that people have been posting about on Twitter about how it's like the only place where it's acknowledged that they're technically step siblings.
Yeah.
And yo, I swear to God, the clip is so funny. I gotta send it to you. So Mystique is like frozen in stone because somebody like essentially messed with her powers to make her transform into stone, and now she's stuck like that. And like Nightcrawler is asking her like, "Hey, use your powers on her, absorb some of her power, and she'll like essentially be shocked out of it and like be able to control her powers again and turn back to a normal person." But
Right.
instead, she pushes the statue off a cliff, and Mystique breaks into like 1,000 pieces, and it's so funny. Oh my
Gotta do
God,
what you
it's
gotta
so
do.
funny. I was like, hey, yo, that's crazy. Also, they retconned Nightcrawler's origin in the comics recently, not too long ago,
Hmm.
where before
Hmm.
he was the son of both Mystique and another mutant named Zazel. I don't know if he's a
Right.
mutant or he's a demon. He essentially looks like Nightcrawler but red. um,
Right.
but that was retconned that instead, when Mystique transforms into a man, she actually can make children. So instead, he's the he's the son of Mystique and Destiny. Destiny being a woman, Mystique turned into a dude, impregnated her, and then Destiny had Nightcrawler.
Crazy, by the way.
Very wild. That's insanity.
Yeah.
But it's cool, good old comic books.